All right, welcome back to the channel. We have news about Gervonta Davis's amazing success against Lamont Roach with sky-high pay-per-views and a tremendous gate. However, I have to do this video because the usual liars waited until all that drama died down and Gervonta Davis's record remained a draw after the controversy with the knee. So once that went away, people decide, oh, let's tell the next lie. So the next lie was that Gervonta Davis did 200,000 pay-per-views against Lamont Roach. Let's look at that and talk about what it means in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. Today is, I do believe, Tuesday, which means it's a day in the week. And since it's a day in the week, somebody is going to lie about Gervonta Davis, specifically Blue Blood Sports TV, who is in, if you don't know who he is, he's got a YouTube channel. It's not worth watching because almost everything that the man says is absolute garbage, not true, aimed at making somebody look bad. So I was not surprised when the rumors flew around the YouTube that Gervonta Davis had only done 200,000 pay-per-views against Lamont Roach. This despite the fact that I had heard that it had done over 500,000, and some people were saying that it could have done as much as 700,000. So what is the difference between this 500, 700,000 and the 200,000 number that was put out there? Before I get into that, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you guys so much. This lie has been told every single solitary time Gervonta Davis has fought. Every single solitary pay-per-view that Gervonta Davis had, Blue Blood Sports TV and Rick Glazier come out with numbers for his pay-per-views that make it look like he's an absolute flop. And they do it in the face of gate numbers that are gigantic. So, just to be clear, according to these people, Gervonta Davis is the only fighter in the history of the fight game that can sell out arenas at sky-high prices, set records or second place records for the Barclays Center, do over 19,000 paid tickets in the place in New York City with the average cost well over $400 for the ticket. But yet, 19,000 people will be willing to pay that much money, get on airplanes and travel to see him. But nobody wants to see the pay-per-view. The numbers that have been given by guys like Rick Glazier and Blue Blood Sports TV has been as low as 45,000 pay-per-views for pay-per-views that Gervonta Davis did. Now, common sense would tell you that if a guy keeps losing money and keeps doing poorly on pay-per-view, that he would not stay on pay-per-view, that his gates would not continue to grow, and that the money being offered to him by Amazon Prime wouldn't continue to grow because the guy is a pay-per-view failure. It's absolutely ridiculous to think that Gervonta Davis can generate more money through a gate, a live gate, than he can in a pay-per-view that costs $80. People come around, it's the pay-per-views are $80. It's not the money. You know how I know it's not the money, the $80? Because Dmitry Bivol and Arthur Beterbiev did, I heard, 45,000 pay-per-views. 45,000 pay-per-views. Gervonta Davis against Frank Martin did 400,000. Okay? So it's not, and that was a $25 pay-per-view. It was a $25 pay-per-view that did 45,000. And an $80 pay-per-view against Frank Martin that did 400,000. Somebody has to answer the question for me. How in the world would you think that Gervonta Davis will do 400,000 against Frank Martin, but his views will drop in half against Lamont Roach. His gate, though, against Lamont Roach would triple. See? So Gervonta Davis did about $5 million gate with Frank Martin. He did about a $15 million gate against Lamont Roach in D.C. This is the same area, by the way, where Baltimore is, where D.C. is. And they're trying to claim that people in Baltimore, D.C., and New York did not buy that pay-per-view. But they bought the Frank Martin one. Fewer people wanted to see it and pay the money. That's why it was a lower gate. But less people wanted to see it on pay-per-view. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous thing that they keep saying. But again, these are people that absolutely have nothing positive to say about Gervonta Davis at all. Also, I want to remind you, these are people that are known to be liars. Known to be liars. Blue Blood Sports TV is the main one that does this stuff. And Rick Glazier over on the Twitter side. Blue Blood Sports TV has said that it is his responsibility. This is what I heard him say. And this is a paraphrase, that if a fighter gets paid $10 million, you need to say he does 20 to uplift the fighter. Well, isn't that what he's doing when you're trying to tear down a fighter? You take what they have and you cut it down to almost nothing. The numbers of 500,000 had come out weeks ago. What took these guys so long? Almost a week and a half to come up with these pay-per-view numbers. They waited until that fight was not overturned, and then they came out with this lie. All meant to convince people that Gervonta Davis is not a star, right? Same people put out videos before the fight saying there's no demand for this fight. Ticket sales aren't going. People aren't buying tickets. Well, the same people that said Blue Blood, same people that said there was no demand for the fight, did they make a video and say, oops, I was wrong when it did 19,250 people and had the second biggest gate in the history of the place? Of course not. But all week, Gervonta Davis was struggling selling tickets and nobody wanted to see the fight. But then when the gate comes out, they're dead wrong. So what do they skip to? They skip to the pay-per-views, which people cannot affirmatively confirm. Number one, we know that they're not getting exact numbers up out of Amazon because they have no contacts at Amazon to get them from. So where are you getting your numbers from? I know where I'm getting my numbers from. Absolutely know where I'm getting my numbers from. And my numbers are much more consistent with what the PBC said they did against Frank Martin and much more consistent about what people believed about how much money that fight made. But only in the world of YouTube can the biggest star in boxing flop every single solitary time he's out. And by the way, Gervonta Davis literally tripled what Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia did in the same place. But yet he only did 200,000 pay-per-views. Honestly, you know he did 500,000 pay-per-views if those clowns said he did 200. So you might as well say, yeah, if they say 200, it's probably closer to 6. Because if it was 200,000, according to the logic they have, they would have said 40,000. Because they are liars, okay? So please rest assured that Gervonta Davis is a legitimate star. He can really sell out arenas. And just like everybody else that has ever been able to sell out arenas, they're also able to sell pay-per-views. Gervonta Davis would be the only fighter in history that is incredibly good at selling tickets anywhere in the United States. But yet, other than the people that want to go there, fly ticket, get a hotel room, pay for dinners, pay for their ticket, pay for a rental car, all the money that goes around going out of town to a fight, all those people are willing to do that. But nobody's willing to pay $80 when they sit in their house. That's a lie. It's not logical. And the only thing you can do with these people is stop believing anything coming out their mouth. And I mean, I don't care if they tell you the truth. Don't believe it. If they say the sun is hot, don't believe it. Trust me, because there's another lie coming right behind it. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And this stuff is disgusting. And I hope this childish garbage ends soon. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.